And he said, could I have $376 in order to get his lights turned back on? And he says, I figured it wouldn't be an issue since I paid for your seafood boil, LOL.
Yo, that's crazy. $376 for a seafood boil?
That's a good deal.
What? No.
They do say the single worst sign that your relationship is doomed, man. Did you get a chance to see what it is?
No, I didn't see this one.
It's contempt, man. So this couples coach, Debbie Rivers, told the Daily Mail that contempt is the biggest predictor that you are headed for a breakup or divorce. Contempt is characterized by the feeling that some person is inferior and presents as name calling and a feeling of superiority, insults, eye rolling, or jokes at your partner's expense. It is feeling like they are beneath you, an air of superiority. It's hard to solve a problem if your partner gets the message that you are disgusted with them, you know. It tends to happen, you know, when there are long-term resentments and unresolved issues in a relationship. It is those continual negative thoughts about your partner, you know, it's virtually impossible to resolve, you know, a problem when they think you're disgusted with them and that you're condescending and acting superior. You know, they say the cure for contempt is to build a culture of fondness and admiration for each other. You know, this reminded me of Laura from Love is Blind. 100%. It's like, how do you resent someone right when you meet them? Like, that's crazy to me.
Well, listen, all this makes sense to me. It sounds like a breeding ground for just negative thoughts and like bad feelings and that leading to arguments and things like that.
Have you ever felt this in a relationship from yourself or someone you were with, like that contempt or like, you know, someone getting to the point of getting on your nerves and making you act a little bit out of character?
Not in like a serious relationship, but I could definitely think about instances where like people I was dating and I felt like that, and that's why I was like, nah, it's not gonna work.
Like, how would you show that though?
Oh,
like,
definitely like the feeling of superiority and then like joking on them, ragging on them, like cracking jokes and things like that, not believing whatever it is that they're saying. That sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's not a good feeling, even, you know, when you find yourself on the part of as the person, you know, with contempt and kind of like belittling someone. It's like, damn, I don't want to, you know, because at the same time, like, I felt that way too, like, you know, especially when I was like much younger in relationships. It's just like, you know, I'm not as emotionally intelligent at that point in my life. I'm not as conscious even about my own feelings and thoughts about things, and, you know, I can express it in very condescending ways and eye roll and name call and joke and talk mad shit. But, you know, I had to learn. I was really like hurting people's feelings, and it's just like not a good situation. I've definitely felt contempt from people I've dated too. Like, you know, they would hold things against me, especially, you know, I was in situations like, you know, breaking up, getting back together, and there's so much that happens when you're apart from someone, and when you come back, it's just like that just doesn't get swept under the rug, especially if you're dealing with someone who's already has those negative feelings, you know, towards me, and it's not good. Like, it's not, it's hard for me to feel like comfortable with someone who's mad at me all the time for something that to me is like should, you know, be squashed. But, you know, people hold on to things forever. So, you know, I thought this was a good, you know, way to put it, because I feel like it exists in a lot of relationships. And that's why when I was talking about Love is Blind, I was talking about counseling, like, because I feel like counseling is like super important. So I feel like if someone does get to the point where, you know, you feel like someone is treating you like this or you're treating someone else like this, it's good to have a mediator come in, because nobody wants to be the bad guy in any situation. Like, you even if you are kind of hurting someone's feelings, you're not aware of it. You don't want to feel like, because you're not trying, you're not even aware of it. But sometimes it takes like that mediator to be like, okay, give you a different perspective on things.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, listen, anytime you can introduce somebody to a situation that maybe doesn't have as much vested in it or isn't like taking one side or the other, it's only going to be able to help, because you have to be able to have a different perspective sometimes. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought this was good. Definitely reminded me of Love is Blind. It's uncomfortable, man, especially like if you're around like a couple and, you know, they kind of bicker back and forth. It's just like nobody likes to be around that. Nobody wants to get involved in that. Like, it's just like, just break up. Just not be like, oh God, you know, there's some people are just so used to that, like within their relationship, it becomes normal, but it makes other people like uncomfortable. Like, no one wants to see anyone treat someone else kind of bad, like all the time. I've seen it a lot, and sometimes it is just the norm for people. They don't break up, they stay together, but you know, I don't know. We all have different sensitivities, so. But I feel like this could apply to any situation, you know, close relationships, friendships, you know, especially with family. I feel like family is really difficult because you don't choose your family at all. Like, we choose our friends. We choose people we want to be in romantic relationships with. But family, it's like, and then it's just like the things people hold on with family or things that are
it makes no sense.
Years ago or things that you weren't even involved in. It's just like, that's hard.
And it sucks when you got to play mediator or like tiptoe around the relationship or the tension that's there with the family members. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And it'd always be the old people. It'd always be the old people that got these grudges. It's like, drama. Bro, you too old to be mad about this dumb shit. Like,
until you get old and you're like, oh, that motherfucker.
Listen, hopefully not. I'm going to be like, listen, I'm on the beach drinking my pina colada. I don't care.
I feel you, man. One last topic. There's so many other things I wanted to get to, especially like men and women standards, but we can definitely get to that another time. But I just wanted to leave on a little bit of a lighter note of a relationship that never really got to get started because this woman who, you know, she met a man on Tinder. You know, she was really excited to meet with him. You know, she's 29 years old. You know, she said she'd been seeing a charming man named Josh for several months before he suggested the two of them go out for a nice dinner. So this was his.
So she wasn't seeing him.
Right? Like, what the hell? But yeah, he said the budget doesn't matter. So the mom of two from Pittsburgh picked a pricey seafood restaurant, which we've talked about.
We have talked about that. That's already no.
But when he says the budget doesn't matter, like, you know, she was going by his, you know, discretion.
Yeah, but all right, we can continue on with the article.
Exactly, man. So he took her out to dinner, you know, after a few weeks, and she was really kind of into him, you know. But they did talk, you know, via text afterwards, and he asked her for a little bit of something, man.
You could go to the Boil right here in JC and get something for like $35.
And if your electric bill, I mean, I don't know what type of house he's in or apartment or what, but
that's a pretty high electric bill.
Yeah, especially in Pittsburgh, like
that's like 2 months.
Yeah, at least, who knows? But yeah, she said, you know, obviously she thought he was in better financial standing since he was, you know, willing to take her out. Yeah. So she goes, LOL, really? I'm not sure this is going to work out. Good luck. And blocked his ass.
That is hilarious. She cut him off quick.
See, this is where AD would have sent the money and been like, marry me, please.
That's not fair. She said that he was very handsome, smart, kind, and he seemed very well put together. He had a similar sense of humor, and we got along great. The chemistry was there. I feel like we were even. I wasn't using him for his money and expecting him to pay for everything. I enjoyed his company and would have paid for things too.
He knew that, man. It's a setup. I'll take you out somewhere nice and you'll start paying these bills, man. Like, do you think that he's used to doing this to people?
I don't know what he's used to, but that's crazy to ask somebody to pay for your electric bill after you took them out to eat.
Yeah. Have you ever been asked to pay for anything, like after one date for anyone?
No.
Wow.
But Natalie be trying to get that shit off. Like, oh, pay for my nails if you want me to get my nails done. I was like, I didn't say nothing about your nails. I just said, you know, stop chewing your cuticles.
Self-control. So funny. That's someone you're with.
No, it's different. But no, honestly, I haven't gotten anything crazy like that.
Yeah,
no.
So
have you?
Not directly. I see like girls will post stuff on like their dating profiles, like buy me a gift, buy me this. But usually, I don't. I would never send them. No, hell no. I'm like, hell no. I'm not doing that.
You don't hit the Cash App real quick?
No. No. That's crazy. Like, I don't know if it's AI or who you are. Like, I need to. I don't give away things at all. Like, I mean, I'll treat people to dinner or drinks or whatever. Like I'll even go to concerts because things I naturally do. I'm not gonna go out and spend money outside of myself for a gift to get someone to like me. I feel lame doing that. But if someone wants to do that for me, I'm not stopping you. Make women's history, you know, treat a man.
That's right. That's right. Do it.
Yeah,
equality.
I'm not going to be mad at it, but it's nothing I'm going to look for. Subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on Spotify, follow on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, like
all the apps. We're everywhere. We are everywhere.